Hey guys, what's up? Dingocrikey here with another Transformers commentary video. In this one, I'm going to be discussing some Transformers 5 filming on-set images recently revealed that give us a look at Bumblebee, Hound, and maybe even the return of Barricade. So we've had a pretty good stream of Transformers 5 news lately. In this one, going to be discussing some images, including a first look at Bumblebee, potentially Hound, and then some on-set images. Now, I do want to make note of the fact that these images, at least some of them, are watermarked by the people who took the images. Some of them I found on Instagram, but some of them were posted on Transformers War 2005. That's actually where I saved the images from. So TFW 2005 has used the images. I've seen some other Transformers websites as well. I'm thinking they're okay to show in a video here, but in any case, this one won't be monetized or anything. In any case, I think this would fall under fair use as it's being used for a commentary and review purposes. Anyways, here we have our first image, which was actually an official one released by either Hasbro or Paramount. In any case, you know, not a whole lot to say about it. It's kind of like that meme that goes around, it's not a Transformers movie if Bumblebee doesn't get a new vehicle mode. As he's had one in most movies. I do believe even in Dark of the Moon he had like kind of a slight upgrade. Personally, I don't really mind this one or Bumblebee's usual upgrades for that matter. Usually they're slight enough that we can still tell it's the same character, which in my opinion is really important so you don't get the whole Energon Demolisher or a Cyclonus and Snowcat syndrome, but they're different enough that we're getting a different toy with Bumblebee, you know, rather than just always the same thing. Anyways, next we have an image of a big military looking vehicle, which a lot of people are assuming to be Hound. I don't think it's been confirmed at this point, but there are a few reasons why I'm thinking this is indeed Hound. Number one, he does look to be some sort of military vehicle, and between our Age of Extinction or our potentially alive Autobot characters who didn't appear, such as Dino and Sideswipe, we don't have any other military vehicle Autobots. Also, while his design is actually pretty different from his Age of Extinction vehicle mode, I feel like it kind of gives off some of the same vibes. It's just kind of a personal feeling I'm getting from this. As mentioned, it's a military vehicle, it kind of has a bulky look to it, looks to be pretty well armored. Also, it has the Decepticon kill count on the side, which seems very within Hound's character. We also, I believe, have a pinup girl logo on the back of the vehicle. Now, I do think there are some pretty good arguments as to why this wouldn't be Hound. I think the best argument I've heard is, why are there Red Cross stickers on the side of his vehicle? Because that does seem to be really weird for Hound. I mean, I could throw a few possible answers out there. Maybe he's transforming into some sort of military medical vehicle, but he himself isn't administering medical care. Could just be a part of the disguise or something of the sort. Another possibility is that maybe since Ratchet's death, some of the other Autobots are picking up on medical skills. Now, I do think it would be kind of weird for Hound to learn medical skills, but thinking of the Autobots we have, you know, no one really seems like they're going to be eager to do it. So now there is the possibility that this is not Hound, but a new character. So I think there are two basic ways they could do this. A, they just have him show up as a new Autobot, similarly to how Hound, Drift, and Crosshair showed up in Age of Extinction, or he could come aboard a ship with the Elite Guard and basically join the Autobot cast, and this could just be one of those new Autobots. I don't think either of those are the cases. As far as the plot goes, let's say he's part of a new group of Autobots that showed up, something like the Elite Guard with Rodimus Prime and Ultra Magnus. If Bumblebee basically just got a new shipment of Autobots, why is it just him and this other character who are apparently being chased by the Decepticons? If they had a whole ship of new Autobots showing up, you don't think they would really put themselves in this situation. At least to me, that doesn't really seem to make sense. I don't think this is a new character. I think it probably will be Hound, but I could be totally wrong. I mean, I didn't see Megatron coming back, so I guess we never know with the Transformers films at this point. So getting into some of the other images, here we obviously have Hound and Bumblebee on the road. We can also see a car car ahead of them, which appears to have the camera mounted onto it, so it's probably what they're using to film. There is obviously a vehicle between Bumblebee and the supposed Hound. I honestly have no idea who this could be. I don't think it's a Transformer just by the looks of it and who they usually make a Transformer, you know, the different types of vehicles. Usually they go for more flashy looking ones. Just doesn't seem like one. I don't think there's any symbols on it. Some people have suspected that maybe Kate Yeager and Isabella Monier's character are inside of the vehicle. I haven't seen any evidence to corroborate that. Don't really know with that one, but in this next image we do have some interesting things that I definitely think we can make speculations about. So we have this huge line of 8 vehicles here, going to kind of break it down vehicle by vehicle. Looking at the first 4, we have these like gray trucks, vans, cars, which are all similar in appearance, are mounted with turrets, and we can see on the sides of at least 2 of them, they appear to have this new symbol, which is sort of a triangular thing. I'm assuming that this is the symbol of some new human organization. Maybe it's Cemetery Wind revitalized. Some people don't think Cemetery Wind will come back because of the way things ended in Age of Extinction, but it is kind of weird that we have these cars with this symbol on them, neither an Autobot or Decepticon symbol. And I do believe these cars are human occupied. I don't believe they're Transformers. I know a lot of people disagree about that. They just look way closer to the human vehicles in the Transformers films than actual Transformers, in my opinion. For one, none of them really have a flashy or distinct appearance. They all seem to have pretty much the same thing going on. Also, they have turrets mounted on top, which appear to be for human use. I don't think we've seen a whole lot of Transformers have those kind of weapons on their vehicle modes. And if they were some type of Transformer, wouldn't it make more sense for them to have either an Autobot or Decepticon symbol rather than the weird symbol they have on the side of their vehicles? Could be wrong on this, just my speculation right now. Anyways, then behind them we have what does, at least at this point to me, very well appear to be Barricade. Looking at the design just from this image, it looks pretty close to his previous movie designs, and as we can tell, these other characters appear to be Decepticons. Decepticon police car with this kind of look sounds a lot like Barricade. Flip over to this other image real quick, and it does also appear that he has some slogan towards the back of the car. I don't believe it's confirmed at this point what it is, but it does look very similar to the placement of Barricade's signature to punish and enslave. Now, this obviously would be kind of strange, as a lot of us believed Barricade had died in Dark of the Moon. I was kind of rewatching some clips of Dark of the Moon, and it kind of looks that way, but I don't think we've seen a formal, full, drawn-out death scene or anything of the sort, so maybe he did escape the battle for Chicago. Another possibility is obviously the KSI and some humans had salvaged the dead Decepticon bodies, is that they brought Barricade back. You know, he was killed, and they rebuilt him for whatever purposes we see going on here. In any case, I do think this guy's Barricade, or at least a resurrected zombie-type Barricade, whatever it is, he just looks way too similar not to be the character. I would be really surprised at this point if it wasn't Barricade, and it's honestly not the most surprising Decepticon return, because, you know, we did have him absent from Revenge of the Fallen and then return to Dark of the Moon, so maybe they're just kind of pulling the same thing here. In any case, I'm really going to be happy if this is Barricade. Not that he got a ton of development, but for what we've seen, you know, he was cool, and it's always cool to have the trilogy connected to this sort of soft reboot we had in Age of Extinction. Anyways, go through the other ones real quick. We can see a motorcycle. Taking a look at this other image, we can see as a Decepticon symbol on the back. Some people are thinking this is a Decepticon motorcycle with a human driver. I mean, it could be that. I'm thinking it's probably what we had seen similar with the RC sisters, where they had the hologram driver. We obviously seen the Decepticons had that technology as well, so I think that's what they're doing. We also have this beat-up Volkswagen van in the background, really hoping that's a Transformer, as would be a pretty cool toy to get, and pretty distinct. It's also interesting that the first Volkswagen would be a Decepticon. I'm pretty sure this would be a Decepticon of some sort, or at least a robot, as because, you know, the front vehicles look like they could realistically be human combat vehicles, but why would humans bring a Volkswagen van into combat? It just doesn't really seem to jive well, so I'm thinking this probably is a legit Decepticon, or at least that's what I'm hoping. Gonna kind of wrap things up quick. Here we have a tow truck Decepticon in the back. This is another one that I do believe to be a Decepticon. Not only is it a distinct looking vehicle, but it does have the emblem, as we can see here. One of the things that I found most interesting was that they had a tow truck Decepticon in this scene and what it might mean for the plot. One of the things I'm thinking is that, are they setting this up to be a scene where basically Bumblebee and Hound are outnumbered and outgunned by the Decepticons, end up going down, and then they use this tow truck transformer to tow them away to some base or something of the sorts. That's obviously a stretch. We really don't know what the plot is of this scene. They've just started filming recently, so obviously can't know at this point, but I do think it's an interesting choice of vehicle. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say for this one. Obviously there's going to be a whole lot of stuff to discuss for future Q&As here, as I obviously couldn't cover it all in this video, and I'm sure some people have some differing opinions on what these images may mean, you know, what speculations we can make from them, all that kind of stuff. You can leave your thoughts or questions, topic suggestions in the comment section below, and you can keep up with the channel for more upcoming Transformers 5 news and commentary, along with a whole bunch of other cool Transformers related stuff, such as figure reviews, discussion topics, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, that's all I have to say for now. Thanks for watching, stay tuned, and have a good one, guys. I'll see you soon.